Hi there and welcome to Neophyte.tv, the technology show for the not-so-geeky. My name's Tiffany Young.
And I'm Ben Friedman, and we're trying kind of an experiment here today. I don't know if you've noticed the difference. The difference is this background is not really here.
We have a real green screen.
So we're using a system called Reflect Media, and what's interesting about this is everyone knows, I'm sure everyone who's watching us knows what a green screen is. You know, it's a system where you put up a green screen or a blue screen in this case behind us, and you then use software to replace that. And in the old days, that's the way it worked, is you actually had a screen that was green or blue or whatever color you wanted to use. This is a reflective media system, and it's a little different. The screen behind us is actually gray. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn the light that's illuminating it off, and you'll be able to see exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm going to turn it down. See? Now there is the screen that's behind us. It's just a gray, plain screen. On the camera, we have a ring of blue LEDs. And when I turn those LEDs back up, ta-da! The screen disappears and our background goes in. And this is the way of doing it, because you can now change the color depending on the LEDs, you can change the brightness. And the old days, you had to really be careful the way you lit the screen. It had to be a nice uniform color. But with this new system, you don't really have to worry about that so much.
And movies nowadays, what movie is it that they shot all on green screen? That's
there's this new TV show called Sanctuary. I don't know if you've heard of it.
I haven't seen it
all
yet.
green screen. They didn't build any sets. Now you still have to have set pieces. Like this table, you know, this black table is still a real table. It's not a virtual table. And you know, our chairs are real and all that. So anything that's still going to be interacted with, you still have to have in the shot.
Very neat. And imagine how much money is saved not going on location.
That's true. Now, it does take more processing time. When we're done shooting this, we'll have to go back into the studio in the editing suite, load the footage in, replace the, blue with the background, and, and then export it before we can work with it.
Is that a huge time-consuming item, or is it pretty quick?
It'll take a few hours. Yeah, I think each one of our little 10, 15-minute episodes will probably take an hour to render. And I'll probably let it go overnight. So
it's the rendering, not the actual physical time, editing time.
Yeah, it takes a little time to do that.
Cool.
So there you go. It's green screen technology. It's got an LED, and you can do this with pretty much any video camera. Most software these days has even the lower end software has a system that will do this. Now, the more expensive bits of software you can buy out there to do the keying, to remove this, will do a better job. But even your inexpensive ones have a system by which you can do this. I think even like iMovie and Windows.
Oh, I remember seeing that on iMovie.
Yeah.
I didn't quite figure out exactly how to make that work.
It's called chroma keying is another thing. Chroma is another
thing. I remember that.
Another word is chroma keying, which means chroma is another word for color, basically on video, and keying means like taking a keyhole out. You know, when we like cutting an edge around you and popping that out, so that we just have you in the video and the background disappears.
Very nice.
Now, people have said, if you ever do this, why don't you use some funky, cool, moving background? And I said, well, you could use a funky, cool, moving background like they do on...
like a road trip.
Like a road trip or a roller coaster or something like that. Oh, my phone, excuse me. But the reason we don't do that is because we compress this for the internet. And so a nice, solid background that doesn't move will compress a lot better than a moving background that the compressor has a hard time figuring out.
Well, sure, and then isn't it the download time a little bit longer and all the
exactly.
files
So
just that
the
much
files
bigger?
will be a lot smaller and a lot easier to download.
Right.
Or the file will be the same size, and the bits that do move, i.e. you and I, will be of higher quality.
So, which is great, mind you. So, so it's a combination between coolness and usability to viewers, correct?
That's right. Yeah. So, and we may not do this forever. I like our current background, but I thought this was a good, good experiment to try.
It sure is.
So we're going to do, I think, the next 4 episodes we'll do with the green screen. Let us know what you think. We shooting this is our first experiment with it, so I don't know how well it'll come out. Things like your hair are tend to be very difficult because your hair is so fine.
Oh, sure.
You know, to key out. So we'll see how this looks with the little fluffy bits of hair and my fluffy little bits of hair.
And I would have to have a fluffy hair day, of course.
And you have a
Make
fluffy
it easy,
hair
yeah.
day. So we're going to do the next 4 shows with the green screen. Please send us a comment and tell us what you think.
Or if you like a background, we can pick backgrounds,
pick a background for us.
That'd be great.
That's not going to work.
Why? Oh, that doesn't work?
Yeah, well, because this will be done by the time they send us the background.
Oh, yeah.
But if you'd rather we keep doing it this way, let us know, and we'll see how long it takes us to figure this out and do it.
Very cool.
We have another review coming up in 30 seconds, so please stay tuned. Are you still lighting your videos the old-fashioned way? Heavy, fragile lighting fixtures, hot lights that make your talent sweat, gels and filters to match your colors?
Time to take a look at the Xylight LED lighting system, the future of lighting today. Small, compact, and durable LED lights with high wattage output. Cool LED technology won't overheat your talent.
And multicolor presets let you instantly choose from daylight, tungsten, or custom colored illumination, fully dimmable at the touch of a button.
And each Xylight comes with wireless networking built in for easy remote control.
For more information, visit Xylight today at www.xylight.com. And we're back, and in the second segment today, we're going to be reviewing some products from Griffin, or showcasing them really, because there's a lot of them here, too much to go into anything in depth. But, you know, a while back we talked about the new iPhone, iPhone 3G, and Griffin has just brought out a bunch of accessories for the iPhone 3G specifically. And some of these will work with the first generation as well, but these are kind of 3G branded.
Cool,
yeah.
Very cool.
And so here we have and this is a brand new iPhone 3G because Tiffany dropped her old one.
I had it, what, 3 weeks maybe?
Yeah, you dropped it. What happened to it?
I was so mad. I just barely dropped. I dropped it from here, and I was coming out of a shopping center, so I had my hands full on the phone. Concrete floor.
Yeah.
And it just hit it right on the corner about here and cracked the whole screen all the way down.
So the whole screen just went. So the screen is glass. You can attest to that.
It's glass.
It's not plastic.
And I guess there's 2 layers to the iPhone. Did you know that? There's the glass front, and then there's another layer right underneath.
Is that the bit that gets the sensor?
So, I mean, really, if I could find a company that could just replace the glass, that would have been a much less expensive, hopefully, option than what I just paid.
I think there are repair companies out there, but if you like to look in the back of Macworld magazine, there's companies that do that kind of stuff. I don't know.
Just wonder if it like voids your warranty or.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, at that point. Yeah, I'm sure it does.
But versus $300 to $500 to replace it.
So these are some new cases from Griffin. These are called the Wave case, and it's kind of neat because there's 2 parts. Now, for instance, you're holding up a blue one here. I've got a white one, and here's a green one. And let me show you how they fit together. They kind of unsnap, like so.
Okay.
Like this, and then you stick the phone in here, and you stick this on here. So they're quite simple to put together.
Oh, yeah, definitely. These are nice quality, too.
Yeah.
They're not rubbery. They're more of like a harder
they're more
plastic?
Of a harder plastic. So there it is. I don't have that quite together properly, but take a look at that.
So I wonder, this probably would have saved my last little venture.
I think it probably would have saved your phone, given it that little bit of absorption. Whoops, I didn't put it on quite properly.
That's okay. Let's get on there.
But here's what's cool about these phone cases. Yeah, is you can mix and match. So for instance, let's say you take the back of the white one and the front of the blue one, and you can slide these together. Yeah. Like.
Oh, nice. So you get the very iPhone, if you have a white back, like for example this one, you can keep the white back look.
That's right, and I got to figure out which way up to put these.
And feel. Or, blue and green. Very oceany.
That's right, if you want to be
Caribbean looking.
Caribbean, there we go. So here I've got blue and white.
It's dressed for Hawaii. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, very, very much so. Here's blue and white. Here, hold that one. Let me see if I can actually figure out how these go together. Because it takes a bit of you got to be smarter than the phone to be able to put it together. There we go. That goes in like that. That goes in like that. There we go. So there you got blue and green. And you know what? I wonder if I'll hold it here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm wondering if that's going to disappear in our blue screen. So I wonder if there's like a blue hole through me right now. I don't know.
That's funny.
But anyway, so there's blue and green on the phone. And then over here we've got blue and white. So this, the cool thing about this, and it comes with 2 per kit. So you can get different different ones. One will have, and you can mix and match. So you can buy 2 or buy 4, in different colors and mix and match them.
Very cool.
They also come with, since there's no case screen protection here, they come with a clear screen protector thingy.
Now that doesn't affect the sensor at all when you're When you have that little...
You put this on top here, it just sits in there. It doesn't stick, it's not adhesion, and you can still use your finger.
Nice.
Yeah.
A very good option, because I've been down the other road.
Yeah, I'm guessing you're going to be taking one of these today.
Yes.
So that's
yes, I will.
the wave
Thank you,
case
Griffin.
from Griffin.
I needed that.
Yeah. Now, Griffin has also introduced here, I don't know about you, but I can't wear the stock iPhone earbuds, those disc
They hurt my ears.
They hurt my ears, too.
They hurt your ears, too?
They hurt my ears, too.
Really?
Yeah.
I
and they also
my
don't
ears
stay
are
in.
too small.
They don't stay in, they pop out all the time. So,
Those are cool.
These are Griffin's answer to that, and these are the Griffin, I think they're called Tune Pods or something. I can't remember what I did with the name, but it's Griffin's headphones. And again, what's cool about this is they have a microphone built in and a switch. So if you put these in your ears, you can, the phone rings, you hit the switch, it stops the music, answers the phone, and then you use this little microphone to talk.
That's great.
So it's kind of like hands-free without, it's not Bluetooth, so you don't have any of that Bluetooth issues, but it's hands-free.
Oh, I love this cord right here. It's not the typical plastic cord. It's like
it's a fabric-y cord.
fabric material cord.
You know it's not going to tangle nearly as much, and it's going to be a lot stronger because it's got this fabric sheath on it.
Very nice.
It is indeed cool.
And it's so petite.
Yeah, yeah. And then the third thing we've got here is, this is the Griffin iTrip for, again, 3G iPhone. And what this is, if you're, you know, if you don't have one of the cars like Tiffany does with the fancy built-in plug your iPod in, you take a single device like this. This plugs into your car cigarette lighter. Are you allowed to call them cigarette lighters now?
I think they're
power port?
well, cigarette lighter is still the standard word, I'm sure, but...
Right. You plug this into the cigarette light port, and then what you do is you use this section to tune to a blank station on your FM dial. And then this gets plugged into your iPhone. Then you'll notice on the front here, there are actually controls, push-button controls. So if this is sitting on your dash, you can now hit, you know, play, pause, rewind, and that will control your iPhone, which can be hidden away somewhere.
Wow, nice.
And it will play through your FM car stereo.
So I wonder, we've reviewed a couple products before that we've had on the blank stations. The issue I ran into, and I'm not sure how this one works because I haven't used it, but
there aren't that many blank stations.
There's not that many blank stations.
You know, between the you know, church stations and the Spanish-speaking stations and talk radio and all that kind of stuff.
That's very politically correct.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Spanish-speaking?
Yeah, Spanish-speaking.
Anyway, but this is a great all-in-one to charge, remote control, and also play through your stereo if you don't have one of those cool stereos.
And those are expensive too.
They are. So this is a much cheaper way, and you know, to do that, all from Griffin. So we've got the Wave case here, which are mix and match. We've got their new earbuds, which will fit me a heck of a lot better and have a much better cord. And we've got their radio remote control interface, which also charges.
Nice job, Griffin.
Yes.
Very nice.
And that's all the time we have for this week, but if you have a moment, send us an email or comment. Tell us how you like this whole blue screen thing, or are we just being too gimmicky?
Gimmicky.
For a few episodes.
We're in video.
We're going to try new stuff.
Yeah.
And send us a comment, www.neo-fight.tv.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank
Any
you.
comments, questions? We love to hear from you.
And if you have an extra 30 seconds, take a look at this.
Hey, I'm Andy Walker. Have you just bought a new computer with Windows Vista on it? Or maybe you've got an old XP computer that you're upgraded. Well, we've just created an amazing new DVD that'll teach you everything you need to know about the new operating system from Microsoft. It's called Getting Started with Windows Vista. In this DVD, there are 3 sections. One is out of the box. What do you need to do as soon as you start up Vista? Number 2 is Vista Essentials, things you need to know every day to make your computer experience amazing. Antivirus, security, all kinds of new features that Vista offers. And finally, Geek Tips and Tricks, things you need to know that nobody else will have told you to make you a Vista guru. For more information, check out our website at gettingstartedvideo.com.